Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Oh, baby, have we got some cool stuff in this pile. Actually, it's all kind of cool stuff, frankly. We have, oh my goodness, yeah, Uuno Klami. Finnish composer Uuno Klami. Oh, he was a good composer. He lived from 1900 to 1961, and his orientation in Finnish music was basically French, which was really interesting because up to that point, most Finnish composers looked to either Russia or Germany. But Klami was a Francophile, and his music is fabulously well orchestrated and very, very enjoyable to listen to. We have this 2-disc Get to Know, Meet the Composer series on Finlandia Records, which no longer exists, basically. And this has a whole bunch of wonderful pieces. We've got his L'Ouverture, an overture, which is delicious, Sea Pictures, which is wonderful. And the last of these Sea Pictures is sort of Ravel's Bolero played sideways. I mean, it has a very similar tune. It's not Bolero, but you'd be hard-pressed to, not hear the immediate derivation. And the Kalevala Suite, which is fabulous. Oh, my goodness. Then we've got the Cheremissian Fantasy for cello and orchestra, the Violin Concerto, which is a beautiful work, and his Concerto No. 2 for piano and string orchestra from 1950. These are all extraordinarily enjoyable pieces. They really are. He's a guy who's just worth getting to know. Then there's this Chandos disc, which has the Sea Pictures of the Kalevala Suite, there it is, and the Sea Pictures with the Iceland Symphony under Petri Sakari and the Karelian Rhapsody. These aren't the best performances of these. They're a little bit pale compared to some of the other more vivid ones. Like, for example, this one. This is actually really good with the Turku Philharmonic under Jorma Pandula, the great Finnish conductor, teacher, person, like everyone who's Finnish and conducts studied with Jorma Pandula. We have the Suomenlinna Overture. Suomenlinna is like Finland, right? Suomi is Finland, so it's Suomenlinna, Finnish Overture, I would say. The Kalevala Suite, Sea Pictures, and Lemminkainen's Adventures on the Island of Sari, which is the same story as Sibelius's, Lemminkainen and the Maidens of Sari. But it's a much more rambunctious piece. It's more like Till Eulenspiegel. He kind of runs amok. It's not just with the maidens. Sibelius focuses on sex. This is sort of more generalized. And it's very exciting, and it's brilliantly written. I've seen it live. I saw Lahti do it live when I was in Finland, and it was just fabulous, great fun, brilliant music. And this is a wonderful disc on Naxos. I mean, if you want to get to know Klami's work, this is like the one to get. I think, really, for the best overview of everything, because it's got all the popular pieces, plus a couple more. Then you've got, this is Wilhelm Kienzl, his opera, Don Quixote, a musical tragicomedy in 3 acts, with the Gustav Kuhn conducting the Berlin Radio Symphony Orchestra with Thomas More, Michel Brick, James Wagner, Selina Lindsley. Oh, we remember her, Hans Aschenbach and Thomas Hay and other people like that. A fun piece, big work. It's on 3 discs. It's 201 minutes and 33 seconds long. So that's 3 hours and 20 some odd minutes. So it's a major thing here. Kienzl lived from 1857 to 1941. It's on CPO, and it's just one of those rarities that I listened to a few times and then stuff down here. And I'm glad I came across it because I really ought to give it a listen again. It didn't really stick in my memory tremendously, but I remember enjoying it when I heard it. And of course, we know the story. So that's a fun thing to have. And then, last but not least, music by Tikhon Krennikov, conducted by Yevgeny Svetlanov, which is probably a politically expedient thing to do. His 3 symphonies. This is on Scribendum. These were, they must have been Melodia recordings at one point in their lives, recorded from 1973 to 78. Now, Krennikov was a straight-ahead socialist realist conductor. He was famous as the head of the Soviet Composers Union at the time when they were condemning Shostakovich and all the really good composers. And Krennikov, he gets destroyed by Galina Vishnevskaya in her biography. She calls him, artistically impotent and all that stuff. And I guess maybe he was. His music is pleasant. It's pleasant and enjoyable. And if we forget the fact that he was, a loathsome political hack and just focus on the music itself, it's actually kind of enjoyable. It really is. I mean, I've hung on to it because it is enjoyable. These are not major symphonies. They're not major works. They're, 20 minutes long. The biggest is the second. That's about, half an hour and a bit. The third is only 16, 17 minutes. It's Opus 22. It's a fugue, intermezzo, and finale. I mean, they're not going to win awards for originality, but they're pleasant enough and part of a historical era, an epic, if you will. So I hung on to them, and I still do. Every so often I drag one out and play one, and it's like, okay, it's political hack music. Anyway, there you have it. 3 sort of interesting, different things from the Overflow room. Keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care.